Ooh, we used to have intro music. Oh, hey, welcome to Sisters in Lit and Life, where we discuss the lit we read and life. I'm Layla,
I'm Rayn.
I'm Shannon.
I'm Whitney.
and we started off this podcast with the life part. So, guys, welcome this week. We're close to Christmas. We hope everybody's
Woo!
enjoying like the holiday spirit, whether you celebrate Christmas or whatever it is that you and your family celebrate. We
Slime.
hope that you were able to get into this week's book, Pretty Girls by Karin Slaugther. And I think Rayn is going to open up with our recap.
Rain's recap.
Right. Okay, so this book is about this lady who, when she was a lot younger, her sister mysteriously goes missing. Her father and her family is like just basically dedicated to trying to find her. They're like not giving up. They never find the girl's body. And everybody's telling her that the girl is dead, but they just don't want to believe it. So, they're in hopes of finding this sister. Fast forward maybe 10 years or so, I don't know. She's married.
Claire.
She's married to this man. One day they're out to dinner. They decide to do a little whoop whoop in that back alley. Man comes up, tries to rob him. The husband gets right. All right, boom. Fast forward. They go to the funeral, and the husband's business partner calls the wife and is like, "Hey, I need some files off of your husband's computer. Can you send them to me?" She going through the files, and she thinks she's coming up on this porn, and she's like, "Oh, I didn't even know he liked porn because he was real like prudish in the bedroom. I didn't even know he liked porn." And the tape is not porn. I guess maybe to porn for some people, but anyway, it is murder,
The snuff film.
sexual assault type stuff. It's demented and crazy. She goes to the police. The police is like, "Oh, this tape is fake, and I know what you're thinking. That looks just like old girl that's been on the news." And she like, what? I ain't said about that. Now that you mention it, that show don't look like old girl been on the news.
Mm-hmm.
But he's like, "No, that's not her. It's fake. People do this and they sell these tapes and blah, blah, blah." She feels like it's weird, but she, says, okay. She goes back home, continues to go through her husband's files, finds a file on her sister, who she hasn't talked to in about 10 years, because 10 years ago, the sister accused the husband of trying to sexually assault her.
Lydia.
And, they go through, she calls the sister up, like, "Long time no see. Come holler at me. Tell me what happened with my, dude," or whatever. So they rekindle and they go on this hunt to try to figure out who's in this tape that she found, because the guy's masked in the tape. And the book is so good, I'm not gonna give y'all spoilers, so unless we kind of talk about it along the way. But just a quick recap. But anyway, her sister, they're trying to figure out who this guy is and how her husband is involved and this, that, and the third. They figure out that he still owns his family home. They call the home, and the husband's voice is on the outgoing voicemail. And it's the husband and Becky. And she's like, "Who the fuck is Becky?" So now we got to go to the house to knock on the door to see if Becky gonna pull up or whatever. But it's just about her digging through her husband's past and finding out that he is not who she thought he was.
Mm-hmm.
And how he came to even know her is wild. The book is so good. Like, I normally don't care about spoilers, which I went into this blind, and so I just cannot just give away the bulk of the book. But that's what it's about. Like, if you find out all these twists and turns about how well she does not know this man that she was married to for 10 years.
Like
10
She does not know this
years
yeah.
at all. You don't know this man at
I
all.
feel like we have to
definitely don't
spoil
know
it
his
in order
name.
to talk about it because the good shit is
I was
out
about to
there.
say, he done fucked all your sisters.
Right?
All of them. He done
Do
went
not
through
know
the
his name.
whole family.
So we can kind of dig into it. If we spoil it a little bit, that's fine. I just
It's so good.
I was about to say, if you don't want any spoilers,
yeah, you
pause,
might want to leave, but
just get off the live right now,
no,
go
don't
read
get
it, and
out.
then you
Keep
can come back.
listening. Just know that just know that
It's
we
gonna be
might
spoilers if
spoil it
you.
a little
Right.
bit.
We
But
discussing the whole book.
this book, I
Yes,
went
this is
into
a
it
book
blind.
talk.
I went into the book blind because I saw a post on social media where someone had gotten a tattoo of the cover of this book.
The
And
necklace.
so I was like, wow, the book has to be bomb because you tattooed it on your body. Has
Talk
to be
about it
bomb.
changed your life.
Has to be. And I went in it thinking it was like a romance because it's called Pretty Girls, or like a young adult book, or a
Not
coming
at
of
all.
age
None of the
story or
above.
something.
They came
Maybe
when you went of
it
age.
changed her life because it was her getting, like I said, getting past
You ain't gonna make this make sense. I was just saying, wow, you
The
are not
only
gonna
way
get
you could get that tattooed on your body and it makes sense is if you went through this exact same thing that what's her name,
I
Lydia,
still
Claire, whatever,
tattooed on
went
my
to,
body.
and
I
you were
wouldn't want
like,
a reminder.
why would you want to be reminded that? Like, I don't even understand
That's a
because
cover.
this
It
is some
is like her
traumatic
whole arm.
crap
Yeah, it was a huge
that's
tattoo.
going on in
It
this
wasn't
book.
like
This
a
is
little
traumatic.
dainty necklace that was just because the necklace.
Nah, that was a whole tattoo
Yeah, people
right
are gonna be
there.
like, why'd you get that tattoo?
Let me tell you,
Oh,
Like,
my
oh, my
husband.
sister came up missing, and like
My husband likes, what is it called? Because he was in the
Snuff.
tape. They were sleeping with dead
Snuff film.
people. What is it called?
it's called a
They call 'em
Necrophilia.
snuff.
Is that what it's called?
Oh, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
that the act of it's not. Is it necrophilia? Necrophilia is sleeping with dead people.
They were doing that, and it was as they're dying, like they're getting off on that too.
What you call it? She told us.
She did.
She did tell us what
AE
it was
told us.
called. But I mean, it's irrelevant for real. But that's
You
what they
don't
were
need to
doing.
know
They were
that.
killing the people and
But
sleeping with them
you gotta
as they were
spoil
dying.
the best part of the book though is when they get to the family house. They find the murder room from the videotapes, right? In that family home. And
Tapes
then while
with an
they're
X.
looking, like with all the tapes, like hundreds upon hundreds of tapes of things, VHSs. And then so she's like going through the motions.
VHSs.
It's so old,
In
VHSs.
2023.
Because when her sister went missing, he was like what?
He was a teenager.
He was like 16 or something. He was young. So this goes back before him. But you get in there.
Because his daddy was nasty.
This motherfucker not even dead, y'all.
He not dead.
my husband not dead. What the fuck?
He not dead.
You not there?
Girl, he is
I
not
read the
dead.
book, girl.
See how I didn't want to get a spoilers?
I
He's
thought you
not
read it for some
dead.
reason. I don't know
That's
why.
why, y'all, I didn't finish the book.
Layla, evidently.
Said
He
that.
ain't
Yeah.
dead.
Finish
He
it, but I'm
ain't
gonna finish it.
dead.
They
Oh
They go
my
to the house. When they go to, what part are you on? When they go to the house.
That's like the
Now,
middle of the
Whitney,
book.
you said you're about the middle of it. We did just talk about this, Whitney. I think you forgot because you were like, "Oh, that's the
I did.
beginning." I said, "No, I made it
But
to the middle."
we can't talk about the book without talking about the
Yes,
end.
I can talk about it.
See,
Don't
I
not
wasn't
talk
gonna tell it. I wasn't gonna tell it.
I got to.
Why you not read the book though?
It's this week has been weeking. Okay.
But baby, he not dead.
Not dead.
Well,
He's
And
not
how you have a
dead.
funeral? How you have a funeral for the man? I was there when she went to the
Okay, so
funeral.
since we
everyone's
done
paid
spoiled
in.
it, come
Yeah,
to
just go ahead and
find
talk about the
out-
book. It is what it is.
Come to find out, he was in trouble because his business partner had called the FBI and was like, "Oh, he's
That's
stealing
why
all
the
this money.
FBI was at the house, and because she was like, "You don't have a badge like everybody else."
He's
And when
stealing all this money." And
He embezzling.
and so they went to his computer. They went through the husband's computer and they found these tapes. And so he told them, "Okay, hey, look, I'll tell y'all. He's supposedly a broker at this point.
Mhm.
He's a broker between the people that make the videos and the people that want to buy the videos.
Yeah.
And he is gonna tell it on
Who
the
the guy
people
is.
that is the head of this.
so
ring
that's
with
why the
this
house got
video.
broken into during the funeral.
Yeah. One, he's
And
supposed to be
so-
helping the FBI find the man in
Right.
the video.
And they were going to put him in witness protection. And so he set up the whole back alley scene
for witness protection.
to go into witness protection.
And you didn't tell your wife.
Yeah, he went
Didn't
to
tell
But the whole thing is, you behind the shit. Like, it's you.
It's
You
him.
setting
He's
them
the
to
one in
look
the
for a
tape.
dude, but you.
Yeah.
It's
him with the
you.
mask. I figured that part out already. I was
Okay,
like,
wait.
he's so
Let me take
crazy.
this part. Okay, so Whitney done told you they go and they get to the VHSs. So you know it can't be him that started the bullshit.
Yeah.
It's his daddy.
It's
The
his
daddy is the one that
daddy.
kidnapped the sister. They
And
get the videotapes for the sister. And guess who also in the motherfucking room with the daddy? The husband, bitch.
Yep.
At 6.
That was his first one, right? The first one.
Her
Yes.
sister. You choose this woman to marry?
He did it on purpose.
And it
He
was actually
did.
supposed to be
So he
Lydia.
can run through the whole family.
He wanted to be with Lydia, but she was going through the drugs and she stank and she was doing all that. And the sister,
Why?
she went to visit her sister at school one day and he saw her and he said, bet I'm going to take her. Because he's been obsessed with Lydia. He has a file on her. He kidnaps Lydia from the house and drags
Man, he
her
beat
out.
Lydia ass.
You need
He
to read
beat
it.
Lydia
Like,
ass.
you couldn't recognize her.
Bro.
He was pissing on her. He was
He was
waterboarding her.
He was boy. He fucked her up.
No wonder she want the shit on his grave.
Yeah.
He crazy.
And he wasn't even in there.
I ain't want to spoil it for you because you got to hit that. You got to hit
I
that.
got to hit that.
I'm sorry. I honestly was like,
No, because if you read it, you just gonna be like, God damn, they told me about that right there.
That's so crazy.
You gotta
But
read
when
it for
you read it,
yourself.
when you like this book has so many like I knew the man wasn't dead. I knew he wasn't dead.
I knew
I
that.
knew
I knew it had to be him in a mask. I'm like, he wearing a mask.
I
She
knew
kept
it was
saying,
him.
but it's
I
not
didn't
my
think it was
husband.
him
And I
at first
believe I was like,
because
that's him.
she was like, I don't recognize him. He doesn't
trying to
have the
identify markers.
constellations, the birthmarks. Man, he had the
He covered them up with makeup.
He edited it.
Oh,
I knew
So
that
when
was
she
him,
saw
though.
the raw footage at the murder house, she was like, motherfucker, there's the birthmark.
But I did not know. It shocked me when he came back and he wasn't dead.
Girl.
And it shocked me that it didn't really shock me that much that the daddy was involved
Yeah,
and that
that
they
was
had
crazy.
something to do with
somebody
that.
had to.
Yeah.
But it shocked me that he also was in on it back
Then.
that
And
long
then the
ago.
cop-
This stuff has
so
been
the
going on for years.
the police officer, he's in on it.
The mayor or
The
somebody.
mayor is on like all these
Everybody in the town. Everybody in the town, except for the FBI agent. Except for the
and
FBI
then the
agent.
crazy part. So you know her dad dies, and he's dead. He's telling the story, right?
Tell the story, right?
The husband kills him. He makes him watch the videotape and then shoots him up. And he kills. He kills the dad.
finds out that's how his daughter died, and he was already suspicious. He was like,
Yeah. That's
He
what happened.
was.
He left all his evidence out and had called him over and was like, hey, come over, let's have a chat. And he saw the evidence that he had against him, and he strapped his ass to a chair and put the tape in and then like made him watch it and then killed him and all that. And then the mom found the dad like that with the tape rolling. So she knew the whole time that the sister
whole time.
the whole time.
This book was bummed.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait, hold up, pump the brakes. I'm gonna lift, press the emergency brake, wherever your emergency brake, however you use your emergency brake. Hold on. You mean to tell me the mother of these three girls, who she done lost her mind, she can't even stay married to this man no more, even though she mess with him every now and then, and she call him and she don't stop him from kissing her because they still love each other. You done went on, you still longing for your daughter and and you know that your other daughter's husband was in on the shit.
I don't think she knew about the husband. I think she just knew that she just saw the tape. She didn't know it was the husband.
Okay. So did she realize it was her daughter's father-in-law in the tape?
I don't think so.
Okay. So she had evidence but didn't know who it was.
She knew the girl was dead.
She knew she was dead. She just didn't know.
So she just got closure.
Because his parents are dead at this point. So she doesn't know. Like her parents have never met his parents because they were dead before they even met. because they died in that car accident.
Right.
So,
Right.
but yeah, girl. But even when you get into it, you're just like the crap he does to Lydia, and then the whole time when he's torturing her, he's like, "Yeah, I've watched your daughter grow up. She's about the right age for me." So he's going for her daughter next, essentially. Is crazy. But then what's crazy is the whole time Lydia is like, fuck Claire, she's gonna leave me and she's gonna screw up and she's gonna she's not gonna save me and I have to save myself. Claire ends up going back. She does a couple stupid things. You're like, come on. The mom ends up helping save the day. She goes and burns the motherfucking house down with her sister in it. But she shoots his ass. Yeah.
Hold on. The house is on fire. The man comes outside. You don't shoot him as he's walking up to you. You let him get out of the way, close, knock the fucking gun.
Babe,
he done had so many holes.
But my
because
favorite
what
part,
is we talking about?
And you know what? She is battling with herself like, I can't shoot him.
Yeah. But then at the end,
the way this book would have been so short if this was me. This book would have been so
short.
This sure would have been
short.
One page.
I don't think I would have kept. Once I saw that shit, I'd have been like,
chapter 3.
I wouldn't have investigated probably because I'd be like,
after chapter 3, the end.
Right.
The end.
The end. Because
I seen that shit. He did.
He's dead.
It is what it is. I married a crazy motherfucker. And this is over.
The only way I would have known
back anyway for her, because his intent was never to go into witness protection, because he's the guy. Like he's never going into.
And he can't be under witness protection. He want to keep.
He was going to come back and kidnap her ass.
The only way I would have known he wasn't dead is if the life insurance company would have been like, "Ma'am, we have found this person alive. You need to pay the money."
She already got the money though.
I would have killed, but if that happens and they figure out the person that's because that's fraud, they want their money back. Yeah. So I'd be like, "Don't worry about it. I'm gonna keep the money because he gonna be dead. Like he gonna be unalive in just a little bit."
But
I think the only part about
her that I liked was at the very end when she's like,
"But the money will be spent. I'll be good."
How you kill a dead person?
She contemplated killing him. But she contemplating killing him. Like the sister is like, he's dying. She just shot him in the neck and he's dying. And she's just standing there looking off. And then like he's like trying to get her back, and like, save me. And she's like, bitch, I know where my sister is. Pop, 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 pop.
Just know that I loved you.
Did he say save me? That's what he said.
He was like, calling ambulance.
He got some audacity. Like,
the sister is in the well on the property.
I wouldn't even never
at the family house.
So she was never dead, or
she was dead.
No, she did. She did.
She's in the well, but like they find
her bracelet there too.
Yeah,
that's what the water on the bracelet is.
On the cover, that bracelet, or
that somebody got a tattoo.
It's well water. It's well water. It's not the ocean.
Yeah, it's well water. She's in the well. That's how they identified. They knew it was her because she had.
Hold on. How about you got down there and you got the body out?
Yeah, you went down there and got the body out. What?
I'm waiting. No. I'm waiting for the police.
I'm not getting stuck in this.
Ain't no way. And they was over here talking about she ain't even like decayed like all the way. Like there was.
And it had been like 10. 15
it had been 10 years. Like, so you got some, you sprinkle some preservative in there. Like,
it's gotta be at least 25 years because it says a quarter of a century. Like the O2 sisters.
You're right, because they've been married for 10 years and they're older. So it had to been like long time. The way, read how they described the scene because it made it seem like she still had some stuff on her.
Yeah,
her bones.
And then like the sister, Claire.
I wonder if she was in the water.
Yeah, I'm sure. And I think well water is like,
it wasn't like flowing water. It probably, I guess, somewhat.
But even like cold. Her knowing that the well, because she was like, I seen this painting of this backyard.
Oh my gosh, she painted it. She painted it for him, but he wouldn't tell her.
Indeed.
It was like that was the
painted the well, and the well wasn't there anymore.
Indeed.
He had taken the well down and sealed it, and she's like, the whole property. He's all about preserving his family home, and this is the one thing that changed. Oh hell no, she in the well. Oh, I got
the fucked up part is, what if them people in that neighborhood drink well water? Like if that's what they stuff. functional.
What was the question?
Like, what if the people in that area?
Each house would have their own. Each house would have their own stores. The way wells work, because they each have their own filters, and they each
like it's not like a community well.
Right.
It's like their own well.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that agriculture and experience go. What you call it? D3E1, whatever you call it.
Like in Cabin Fever when she was in the community water reserve.
Why were you reading my mind? I was thinking about that.
And they all got cabin fever. That's why you can't be drinking spring
water. How about when she was over there getting it and she was peeling off and he was just like,
oh, we talking about something else now?
That would be Cabin Fever.
Cabin Fever. Goodbye. No.
Yeah, this book was awesome though. I feel like she did a great job with all her imagery and she did a great job writing it. And the twists were gold. Like, I did not see the husband being alive at all.
Well, I don't see that, but
I knew he did it.
You like,
but it made sense for him to be like, it made like way she wrote it, like, oh, I could see him being the broker. He has like knowledge of
yes.
And even like, the business partner was super shady. And so I'm thinking he's in on this shit too. But what's crazy is that Claire was having an affair with the business partner. She slept with him 3 times. And that's why that nigga embezzled. He embezzled $3 million, one for each time that he slept with her wife. He's like, so basically you paying for each time you slept with my wife. He was fucking crazy.
So he knew she was having an affair. Yeah. Which her daddy said he'll figure it out. Like he knew his kids. Wow, that's crazy. This is good. Yeah, now I love her.
He called her a loose booty.
He dogged that sister out like the whole time. I was like, oh, he's in my mind, he's in love with the sister. He's infatuated her because he had this file on her. Like he's really gonna take care of her.
I wouldn't have came. So if I tell my sister, hey, you know your husband tried to sexually assault me, and then she was like, bitch, you was a motherfucking lie. Get the fuck out. Don't talk to me no more. And I ain't hear from you in 10 years. When you call my phone and tell me that the motherfucker dead, first of all, I probably ain't gonna respond.
Why in my mind I didn't see like that? I think they met at the gravesite. Like she realized he was dead or something.
Yes. Yeah, the 2 sisters. So Claire she's already found the tapes. She's already found the stuff. Lydia hasn't been roped in. So Claire goes to the graveyard. It just happens upon her sister being there, getting ready to
her sister, her panties at her ankle. She's about to pee on his grave.
But then her sister is like,
and she said, turn around. And she turns around.
Yeah. And so I don't know what happens after that. Like
but see, that's what to say because she calls her from a little track phone or whatever.
Yeah, she does.
I don't got nothing to talk about.
Why.
I don't have nothing to talk about.
That was after the funeral.
Because she comes over and she tells her like, "Hey, tell me what happened." Now
because she's sitting there with her boyfriend Rick, and they're about to get it on, and all of a sudden this trap phone rings, and she's like, or her phone rings, and she's like, "My sister's calling."
And she would have got ignored that day. What? Not in the middle of the king.
It's been 10 years.
Right.
What do we have to talk about?
Not a thing.
And she's just like, she's my sister. I need to help her.
Yeah. But how old was her daughter? It had to be longer than that because she didn't even know
her daughter was 14.
Mm-hmm. So it had to be at least 14 years because she didn't even know the girl she had a niece.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Because this was before they got married.
She lied at the graveyard. She lied and asked had she have children. And she was like, no.
Right. So I'm just saying, in the span of time that I said this to you, and you was like, no, it didn't happen. We have not talked.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. For the lifeline of my child.
Yeah.
Because you don't even know I got a child.
Time out. Oh.
So when you call me,
that palm coated people. Oh, okay.
Oh.
What that mean? What that mean? That mean you forgiven because you got black melanin. Is that what it is? Because baby, don't call my phone. Do not call
I would not be able
to Not just don't call me like you married this person. He's a piece of crap. I get I had a drug issue, but I told you how this person did me, and
hold on. This man beat my ass to the point where I was unrecognizable.
And you think I did it to myself?
And he sexually assaulted me
Did he actually do it? Though? I don't think he did.
He didn't do it.
He
There was
He didn't do it. Okay. Well, anyways, he attempted.
He attempted, yeah,
to sexually assault me, and the boy pissed all over. I'm telling you this.
That wasn't that time yet.
That wasn't that time. Oh, that was the.
That's what he does to her at the end.
Yeah, he was
too many occurrences.
He wasn't
too many occurrences. But anyways,
he just hit her once, punched her because she had a black
eye. As my sister, if I tell you this and you don't believe me, like we're all close. We done already lost one.
Yeah.
And you and I are all we have left.
That's why I can't understand. Like, you can't say, I get the drugs change people. Oh, is that what does that?
I don't know.
I get the drugs change people.
But I guess you can only do it once.
But do you really not know your sibling that you've known all these years? Would they really lie about something?
Well,
like
she
this?
even said, like, when I did stuff, it was to get money to buy drugs. I would lie to get money. I would steal to get money. Me having
like, what's the end game on this?
It had nothing to do with me getting drugs. Yeah,
right.
And they don't even that don't even stay in the back of your. Even if you was like, I don't know. That don't stay in the back of your mind for 14 years. Like
every time he got ready to touch you,
or even leave the house, or you out late. I'm just like, every time.
First of all,
she saw that
crazy. She kind of crazy. Claire, she done kneecap the whole tennis girl.
That's why she saw that first video. To me, in my mind, she should have instantly thought about her sister, because she seemed so horrified when she watched it. Because she didn't want the police to come up. Everything's down. You know, she was making. They were like, "Is there something you don't want us to see?" And she was trying to hide it until she investigated it further. But it was like,
what?
She was trying to
hide the tape.
The tapes, because she was on her computer. Because
the FBI had came to our house the day of the repass. And that's when she first seen it. And she was just like, "Oh, are y'all done with your investigation?" Like trying to hurry up and get them out the house.
But she didn't know he was an FBI agent. She just thought he was a police officer. And then that made her question. She was like,
she took it to the police.
Yeah, it took her a while though.
It took her a while. First she saw it, the police came, and then she went back, and then she realized she had logged out of the system that was the same name as the toolbox.
Mm-hmm.
And so she logs back in, and
I think too what got her is the amount. I think initially when she saw the first one, detective was coming in. She's like, "Oh shit, this is weird." But then she goes back and watches all of them. There's over like I think she's like 15 of them on. She's like, "What the fuck is this shit?" So then she's like, "Let me take this."
She's like, "Oh, wait a minute. I'm on probation. I don't want to get in trouble. Let me try to get this off my computer. The FBI is involved. They probably know he's downloaded this." And then she's following the cord, trying to unhook it, and then realize
that all the way fucked up. I'm wiping my fingerprints down, and I'm out. I do not know what this. I don't know. Computer.
What is that?
I use a typewriter. What you talking about?
Me, I'm not no English. I don't know what you're talking about.
But yeah, this book was very, very. I'm glad I went into it blind, like, because I think even when you said it, I was like, I'm going into because you had
just go blind.
But I went into it and I was like, oh, this is so. I was not expecting it at all. It was great.
Well, I can't wait to finish it, because even though I know we're discussing it, this still doesn't give like all the details and
it doesn't. It doesn't.
Because it's some other little.
There's so much shit that happened in this book. You would be like, boy, wouldn't be me. Would be me.
I wouldn't have been at that house.
I got her running down the street trying to get all this stuff.
I wouldn't have called my sister. I wouldn't have been at that house. I wouldn't have been doing all that investigation.
Right. As long as my check came in, I would sell that house or not. I would relocate. Like, girl,
why wouldn't we change the name?
Right.
I would have just gave the man access to the house. Take the computer. Take what you need.
Whatever you
need. Hell no. In my mind, you did.
Not him.
It's a real
business partner.
No, she's
the only thing that started was the business.
Right, because she thought he knew that's what he wanted.
All of that shit is gone. I'm gone too.
He really wanted the presentation stuff. He didn't know anything about.
I don't know what the fuck he wanted.
Yeah, he didn't know about any. He actually wanted
right, but she thought that's what he kept asking.
Yeah, she thought that he was in on it. Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know. I mean, girl, what? I think she sent him a presentation though.
She put it on the disc, the little disc drive thingy, and he took it. But it also had the stuff that the husband put on there. Because remember, it was on that keychain, on his keychain, and she didn't know.
I thought the business partner, because he kept saying like, "Give me what," you know. He kept like
she
asking
put it
her
in the mailbox. Remember, like he really had a presentation. It was for like an overseas.
So when he saw the smut,
he didn't see the smut. He doesn't see it because she ends up getting he gets the little work file that he needs, does the presentation, and she ends up going to like Kinko's or like some kind of computer thing and setting up some dark web launch thing with all this shit about all the politicians. Like she ends up like sending out the list to everybody. So like the whole town's corrupt at this point. But he wasn't on
at the end. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Oh, that's right. Because her husband was kind of a politician, and immediately they sent certain people over, like, oh, and she was like, yeah, we were getting contracts, and it didn't make sense that he was using us, but they did. Y'all greasing each other's palms.
The contract came with a snuff.
It was greasing a lot of shit,
right?
Yeah, and they had like, and then he had like every like photo, like every person that was killed was with the person that killed him. Like that was his evidence. So like you got the mayor up here and the girl strung up, and it's just wild.
Why would you let them put you on tape? Y'all stupid.
Why?
Stupid.
Why?
Stupid.
Why?
Stupid. You can't want no gross shit like this that goddamn bad.
Right.
Because you know you're going to jail, right?
You going to jail.
Under the jail.
Well, somebody
this shit always gets out.
It does. Have y'all not watched?
Well, them people have been doing that for years, though.
Yeah, they have been doing.
They had a good run.
They did. They had over 1,000 tapes.
Yeah.
And he had branched it off. There was different countries. He had some in Turkey, England. Like he was.
He had been trying to get that money because the wife was having an affair. They still would have been doing it. Because the only reason he got caught is because the business partner told about the money.
Yep. Follow the money.
He still would have been doing it.
Would never have gotten caught.
Greed.
Got to be more careful.
Got to be more careful when you're doing
pride.
But he done taught everybody else how to do it. He's like, I done set up this enterprise and I'm a teacher.
How do you have that conversation? Say, me and my daddy used to do this shit.
Because they was all in on it then too.
The dark web, man. Sure. Yeah, I stay away from that thing.
They was all in on it back then. So you at that point is word of mouth. Like,
yeah.
Y'all won't see.
He had a large clientele.
What movie was that? Y'all want to see that body?
Boys in the Hood.
And somebody was like, yeah.
Right.
Oh, he stank.
Right.
That's just wild. Weird. How do you have that conversation? Be like, what you like?
Yeah. You in the same chat room. That's what it is. Chat room is like cold bodies.
But how do you realize that this your homie?
That's your homie, your mayor, your police chief. Like, how do you?
I think what happens is those relationships probably one night playing poker back in the day with the dads, and they was talking, getting drunk, and let something slip, and they all was like, that's interesting. Let's try that out.
I like killing girls and getting
what you talking about?
But he might have also, the mayor probably had like access to like different arrest records that had been expunged, so he probably knew like, because the dad started out, or not the dad, the dad started out as a peeping Tom, and he had a record for it, remember? And that's how the police chief and all them kind of caught on to that, because he was peeping, like the dad when he's like puzzling it up on his murder wall, he's like, well, there was a peeping Tom in the neighborhood, and then they went through, and he used to be the gardener for the college, and then they come out to find out, and he's killed in a car accident with his wife. Shit, Tom's mom and dad was in a car accident, and he used to be the gardener for the thing, and he used to have a peeping Tom record.
Why y'all ain't got no jobs? Y'all got this much time. And this is what I don't.
Yeah, I'm pull Shannon.
What I was watching a movie. It was a different movie, but this is what I don't be getting. And I know it's a book, so look, the police can't figure this shit out. But it take y'all a hot 20 days, and
they didn't want to figure it out because the police
hold on.
20, 30-year crime rate.
Because the girl from the news is the one in the video, the most recent video. Was it Anna Kendrick?
Oh, yeah, that's right. She sure was.
Yep. But it was because the police were doing it.
Oh, that's why they told her no.
But
That
the
doesn't look like the girl on the video on the news.
Not the FBI.
You're right. You know what's going on,
But you came down there to investigate the money.
Yeah, but see, what's crazy is even the FBI, you can't even go in to look at cases that are local unless you're invited by the local police, unless they start crossing jurisdictions.
But they were already investigating, which is why he was trying to put the guy in the witness protection. I'm saying you thought he knew something. Mm-hmm. It took these girls 10 days.
Not even. It was like 3.
And to find y'all just went to these people's house. You didn't think to go. All they did was Google the property that the husband owned. It's still in his name. They went and broke in that house.
And the murder room's right there. Nothing's locked. Nothing.
No so you could have did that as the FBI agent and found all these tapes.
Hold on. A real quick question. Does the FBI agent know he's still alive?
Yeah, he said.
Yeah, he's the one who set up the witness protection.
Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? You didn't go to this man's house. He know who to kill. He know who the masked man is. But y'all didn't think to go and see if it's him. You ain't think that? Because they got the tape.
You need to clear him. You need to make sure it's not him from the jump.
They have the tape. It's like a library of tapes. Y'all didn't even go to the man's house. He ain't hiding them. It ain't in a dungeon.
It wasn't locked.
So it took them all day. That's all they had to do was Google. Go to the people. Go to this property and open a door.
Yeah, but how did they find? How did they came upon the address?
No, that was the property. He owned it still.
So it was a phone number they came upon. And the phone numbers would led them to the property.
They Googled the address because it was his family. They Googled the address and it was registered to somebody else and they called the number. And the voice, who let's say it was like Paul, and the voice was her husband's voice.
With a woman.
On the like answer machine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they thought somebody else owned it, but it ended up actually being him.
Yeah. Yeah, that was wild. They was dumb. But then the whole time he drove, so he takes Lydia and sticks her in the trunk and drives around just for him to go back to the murder house. And she there the whole time, and we don't know where she is, but he done brought her back to the murder house and is torturing her we think she in the woods in the cabin. So they're the murder house. He had Claire running around the whole city.
Where is the media room where she finds the unedited tape? Is that at the house?
It's his office. It's just his office. It's the only room in the whole house that's locked. It's his office. And then the media is in the police
officer, the FBI agent was like, "Sure do take a lot of is a lot of security for this one room."
Well, the whole house is like security. He has like cameras everywhere, random locks.
But I became suspicious because then I'm like, why? But
that's what he doing, did, right?
That he was in some kind of like cyber security.
So that know what I'm saying?
That's not nothing that you need all this protection.
But I'm gonna say this now. Depending, that wasn't odd to me. Because
me neither. Yeah, because wealthy neighborhoods
because of what my wife do, she's like overly cautious about the most random shit, and I'd be like, "What?" And because I don't think about it, but she does because of what she do in her day to day.
Yeah,
like I'd be like, "What? That don't even make sense. Why are you?" And she's like, "Nope." For the longest time, we couldn't even have Ring camera, child.
Yeah, they was tapping in the Ring cameras and all that stuff.
Yeah, so I get that if that's what he do for a living, that he's like somebody being overly cautious or overly secure for their home.
It was the number. I think it was how many cameras they had. I think it was how many.
No, hold on. How was it supposed to save your life if everything that has to do with your alarm system is in the basement?
No, or the garage or
because
whatever.
If somebody trying to break in your stuff, then you got to have a panic room
in the garage.
But if you don't, you got to turn the alarm off. You got to go all the way.
That's crazy.
Look, like the dude said it. He was like, normally the keypad is like right by the door. Why you got to go take a journey
most times you can't even, because the door's gonna have to be closed. So you have to go in the garage, make sure the door's closed, put your thing in, and hurry up and go inside the house and secure the door real fast.
Well, whatever that man had going on, he had going on. Whatever he was doing, he probably doing it. Right?
She didn't notice that shit.
So he
did, because she never took care of anything.
But when they said,
she always left it up to him.
After her house was broken into for the repass, after the police said something to her, like I instantly was like, that doesn't make sense. Yeah. That doesn't make sense. That don't make sense. She
ain't asked no questions.
It would make,
but she was getting annoyed. I like how the author tried to throw us off, like with her being annoyed, but I was like, that don't make sense. Like,
but I can see being naive to that.
Oh, I think she was naive, but me as the reader, I was like, something's up.
No, what I'm saying is because it's stuff that does not make sense to me. Like I'd be like stuff that my wife do or things that she does not do that don't make sense to me. It literally makes zero sense. But for her, it's just how her brain operates because of what she see and what she do day to day. So it like even though it don't make sense to me, and it ain't, you know what I'm saying, it makes sense to her. And so I get that.
Like from a bed.
I can get that, like being married to somebody and they like hella secure, like they doing all this stuff because he feels safer that way. It don't make no. I mean, look, just don't worry about it. He feels safer that way because of what he do. As long as I can get
in and out the house, that's fine.
Right.
That's probably her. And she seems like
I can see that. It's just I can see to the police like.
I mean, it don't, like I said, if you don't, if everybody else be like, what? But you see stuff like with him clearly because he out here doing the most, but. In his mind, or if that's what he do for a living, like, hey, it could be these are selling points. Hey, look, let me see if I can do it. This is how secure I might be testing equipment. I don't know what's going on. But I could see stuff, you know, just it don't make sense to me.
I don't even know how that shit working, so it would be like, oh, okay, whatever.
Yeah,
I can see what I think that's funny, and I think that's why this made this a good book because of every day just. I'm not even gonna call it being naive. Like you trust your spouse.
Why would she was. Now, some stuff I don't see how your husband into what he was into, and you don't have no.
Oh, you don't know
because you even their interaction in the alley when he was like rough
drug. But he died. Then. Even though that was off, it's like okay, but he got killed. We couldn't have no discussion about that because we would have had to go home and have a talk. But
I was like,
about that.
She did feel weird. Sex is not what this is, ma'am.
She did feel weird.
And I was about to say, for you not to be adventurous in the bed after 10 years, and then all of a sudden you try to put the boom zoom on me.
He did more than boom zoom because her skin was raw between her legs, and she was just like
she had scrapes on her forehead.
Like, wait a minute. And she said like the way he grabbed her, like it was.
But he ain't never did that before. But this is what he liked.
Never.
He said to her too. He said, "Tell me you like it." Sorry, what?
It's like he flipped the flip switch like he was too far, went too long without getting a woman. He was like, "Oh, let me." Oh,
well, I feel like he knew that it was his last day. He knew that it was his last time with her at the moment because he knew that he was about to get killed. So he's like, "Okay, let's just go with it."
I was about to say, but then she just did get out of jail, didn't she?
No, she was just on house arrest.
She was on house arrest.
She was just on house arrest.
She just had the little mom.
She was in jail for a day, like 24 hours. Probably.
Her last probation day,
because she didn't wear her ankle monitor anymore. But he said even then he said that
they had taken it off. That's what it was.
Yeah. But he loved.
But it's just that part would be weird. I swear up and down. Who you been for? Because why all of a sudden you?
Because we're all of a sudden.
Where you get it from? Who taught you that?
Who showed
you alleyway? In the alleyway.
I elbowed your ass in the face. Who taught you how to do that? Where you get that from?
Because he kicked your legs open too. Like
my legs up, I'd be like, hold on.
You trying to bit me off
out of character.
In the alley?
And she was like, and I liked it. He could have been doing this. I said, okay.
That's what I've been mad about. Where her ass they teach you this shit earlier?
10 years.
Right.
10 years. All of a sudden you wanna give me the womp womp in the alleyway.
You know the minute somebody do something different, you be like, hold on, wait
a minute.
Right.
What you done did
Who you been fucking?
How many times
who you been?
You been doing the same shit. Right. And now today,
missionary ass, and here you are with the womp womp, scraping my head against the concrete in the damn alleyway.
brought this mess over here.
Look, I'd have been so hot with the Robert. Can you at least let me finish?
Even the way he talks, like to the sister when he's torturing her, the stuff he says to her, I'm like, how did you control your tongue? The way you spoke?
Because he was in the back room with the hose up like that.
It's crazy. I'd accidentally let that slip. I'd have been like, get on your knees, bitch, on accident one time. Right. You know, like, I'd let it slip one time. Be like, damn, how do I cover this up?
It's like open your mouth.
Oh, I thought we would play some role playing going on. My bad.
Accidentally grab the ponytail. Like
that takes some serious control though.
That's
a psychopath.
That is a psychopath. Oh yeah.
And then I feel like even the whole book, like as soon as you think, oh, she's making some legway, he'd be like 2 steps ahead of her ass.
So this is what I thought. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. So I came into this. I think I was reading. I knew that her husband had done something. Now I was listening to her dad and how he just kept on talking about your mom married a good man. I really thought, I guess, the man that their mom had married was gonna be involved because he just kept saying, he's good. He's gonna be good to y'all. Y'all respect him, and he just kept on focusing on it. And I didn't know if it was just because heartbreak or what that man really up to. Like I wasn't trusting that character. Like I'm already
just any man in this whole even the sister's boyfriend Rick. I was like, that motherfucker involved too. His name's on the list. He's on the list. That's how he knew. That's how he was. He was there when she was.
He was a non-factor. That's why his name was only mentioned like twice.
Yeah. He's on that list somewhere.
Somewhere down the line. Oh, look, he bought that person lunch that day and they just got the.
That is so weird though. He had been following that, like the husband had been following that sister and paying for years. School and it's so weird.
Yeah.
And how you don't know that? Where your boy man money going?
Yeah. She didn't know shit. She had an allowance probably.
So wait.
He was a genius. He was super, super smart. So he probably was able to.
So he's paying for her niece's education, the scholarship.
School.
Yep.
He had been paying for all that. He knew the sister had a daughter. He had been following. He had a file on her.
Yep.
He knows
the sister didn't know that's where the money was coming from.
Yeah.
But you ain't never wanted to question that shit either.
Well, no, that's the school said scholarship because remember the lady tried to give it a little zing. She was like, "Yeah, we like to make sure," because she didn't turn in the permission slip.
Yeah,
we want to make sure we're taking care of our little, scholarship students too. Make sure they're included.
Yeah, so I mean,
I wouldn't think of anything. I'd be like, "Cool, free school. I ain't paying for shit."
Nice. She said the essay that she wrote it was good. He even had the essay. He had a whole
edited the essay.
Look, he was ready for the damn daughter.
He was ready for the daughter.
Nasty.
That man was crazy.
He was trying to turn your whole family out.
He waterboarded her with pee, y'all. That's wild.
But that book, the book, 10 out of 10.
It was great. It was a very good book.
I went and tried to read pieces of her,
which
is her other book. Right?
Yeah.
I couldn't get as deep into that one.
Look at Shannon's face.
It's not that good.
It wasn't the same. Now it's a Netflix series though.
But okay, let's talk about this. There are some other authors. I'm not gonna mention his name because I really don't want to talk about authors. But some of these series that came from these books, what in the?
Oh, I'm gonna say the names.
The worst one is the one.
The other black girl. The other black girl. The other black girl. Don't worry about it if you ain't ready. If you ain't ready, don't worry about it.
The series ain't even good.
Oh, I didn't.
I ain't read the book and I ain't watched no series.
Don't do it.
Wasn't good. And I have the book. I love the cover. I had it on the shelf, and I kept hearing people say, "Don't do that. Don't do that." And so I did not. I was like, "Well, let me," because some stuff you don't watch, you don't read. But I can watch.
It's a no.
It's a immediate no.
And I want our people, yes, but
Lovecraft Country was it for me. I can't get back.
Y'all, that was literally so they go back in time. So the 2 black women end up working there, but evidently it was a black lady that worked there before. And so we're seeing it from sometimes they flash back to her, and she had these these little issues at work and stuff, but it's like the 70s or whatever, and it's just
Oh, so it's not even about like 100% the current time frame.
no, it's not. They go back in time too for the original black lady that was, because you'll see the
Is that the one
modern
who's
black.
trying to warn her in the monitor and like,
Yes.
she's like,
So
I
you'll
was like,
see
how does it turn into a paranormal?
so you see the modern day black lady looking at this wall, and it's a lot of YT executives, and then you see her like this gallant steed,
Right.
you know, and it's like it's like, oh, okay, that's how she fits in, that she became an executive at some point. They drove that woman freaking crazy. But it's like, I get it that black people have had that experience. And somehow we fast forward and these businesses have kept on going. And the black person that had this terrible time, they climbed this ladder to make way for this other people they don't even work there anymore, but they had such a terrible time. And the company didn't get in trouble. Nothing ever happened. They keep having these token blacks. But then when they get two black people, you know, we all want master's attention. So, because we want our job. And whenever you feel like we're going to put us against each other, well, I'm the one going to keep my job. So what I got to do to keep it? I got to turn on her. And
that doesn't sound great.
I don't like that. I mean, I know it happens in workplaces. I absolutely know it does. I've worked at places where like you see people who are not our complexions or race, and they're in charge, and they will get one person of color and put them in charge, and it's like they want us to fight over this one spot. And that's I mean, again, I support her in that. It's how it's the paranormal almost, like the woman just,
it didn't seem like it matched the book at all.
It didn't.
This could have been a good story. Let me say that, because that's true what happens, and it's exhausting for us, and it gets pushed and slid under the rug. And so I do think a good story about it, you know, we would be agree with it and be like, yeah, this is a good story. I think that's what makes it weird, is just the flip-flopping back and forth. And I didn't understand how, to me, you just go file an EEOC complaint if they keep on doing it. And I mean, that makes us think, you know, that brings some attention. And not saying that other people of color won't go apply there, but they'll be treated a little differently probably, or perhaps, you know, because they'll have that attention that they don't want, because they want their business to keep flowing. So I think I was a little kind of like, oh, and so I can't. There was another one. It's better. What's the other one, y'all? Oh, it's on Hulu too.
Black Cake. Nope.
I finished that. That was good. The series was good. I can't read the book. I read it because I wanted to know. Now I'm waiting to find out who killed the man. Did we find out who killed the man?
I'm not watching it.
I watched it. That one was decent, and I think I saw this one from more of a YA perspective.
But that book wasn't YA.
No,
at all.
I get that it wasn't supposed to. No, it was not. But I guess I saw it from a YA perspective because it was like, I didn't read the book, but I'm seeing this and I'm like, it's a woman telling just her story, but she was so young when all of that stuff happened. That's why I see it as a YA book, because she was old and she hid all this stuff that happened in her youth, because she still found the man and they got married. And so they had a lot. She was still young. So really it was all the stuff from what? How old was she? Maybe 16, 17? No, she was graduating high school. So I'm graduating high school, so coming of age. Because she left. She had to leave because her daddy kind of sold her off to be married to this man to kind of pay debts. And at her wedding, her husband ends up poisoned.
I'm not watching that.
She leaves the island. So yeah, to me, it's a YA book of her trying to make it, and then she's black, and you're trying to make it in London and all these other places, and whenever they think that she's a hero, they want to highlight her, but when they realize, oh, wait a minute, she has something to hide, then she's nothing, and she's SA'd. So, yeah. What y'all looking at? It's a text message going around I don't know nothing about.
Now my
You're not in this group. You're not in this group.
My son called me and he don't never call my phone like that. Like this late at night, I had to see what was going on.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I saw you kind of talking. I was like, oh, she talking. But I'm just talking to Whitney and Shannon both.
You talking about some shit. I was about to say, you talking about some shit that ain't no interest in me. You go ahead and talk. And
I just think it's a YA book, but I'm just saying, like, these things that they're choosing. Let me tell you, I think, why they not contacting my homegirl to do behind the scenes? Like, why they not doing a movie on that? Some of the things some of these things these executives are choosing, and I'm like, how they think that was gonna reach us?
Kennedy Ryan getting one. I think it has to do with them being trade pub and indie, because they scramble for the trade pubs. They do not look twice when it comes to the indies. Because if you want to be for real, there is a whole lot of better books out there than them two that was on there.
You have to get the books. I don't know books. I keep seeing. I ain't trying to be funny at all. When I go get my nails done, the girl, I think I said this before, she had Tubi playing. Swear to God, it be urban fiction books that they don't put into a
They do. But see, the thing about it is
money behind it in the movies.
Right.
And stories. It's just that they can't afford. They don't have the production team and funding behind it to make it a good movie, and that sucks.
You gotta reach a wider audience to get a different kind of.
But the other black girl, who at audience, I'm sorry, that the way the story is told, maybe they think that's great. That
it's those books like that, that reach, like they not for us. I ain't even read the book, but I can just assume that the book is not for us. It's for the others to feel like they can relate to us. I ain't even read the book though, so I don't. That's just what I would gather.
It makes sense. That makes sense. And you know what? They praise those types of books because they're like, "Thank you for filling me in. Thank you so much for helping me understand what it is that you all are going through." And you still don't know. The book was really catered to you. Like the story is catered to you, and not really.
Is it that's a black author wrote that? We'll do that. We'll throw that. We'll put a title on a book, or we'll write a book that is full of like stereotypes that don't really fit us. And then when they read it, or they pick it up, or they watch stuff, and then we like wonder why they had this perception of it. But would you write that? You put that out there. We do it. We do it.
All right, ladies. What are we reading next week? What's the book?
What are we reading next week?
Are we reading the Hood book, or are we reading
the Hood book? Hood book. Yeah, I want to read. We need to break it up.
What was the book, Shannon?
I left a lame ninja for a millionaire boss.
Wait, I'm in the wrong section.
Okay.
I started this book.
Oh, you did? Gosh.
I said I wasn't gonna start it because the last couple books we read, I read a while ago, and so it don't be really that fresh on my brain.
Right. Yeah.
So I was like, let me get these other books in, and then
you gonna remember what the hell you read in this book.
Are we reading both of them?
Guarantee. I think you should.
Because they're
short.
176 pages for the first one.
They're short.
Oh, I'll wait. I'll finish. I'm reading Cinderella. What is it called?
Cinderella.
Cinderella. I'm reading that.
Wait a minute.
That one. How
on the flip side, there's a book left YT billionaire for a thug millionaire.
What?
I said on the flip side there, it said I left a white billionaire for a billionaire for a
I feel like I'll read that book and have an issue.
You have a lot of them.
In the book we read next week, I'm gonna have a lot of issues.
I already know.
I'm gonna have a lot of issues in the book we read next week.
I already know. We gonna put it all in the chat.
I've been good, Shannon. I've been good. I am.
I'm excited.
Even the last book that we read that wasn't that great, I didn't even say.
Who is the author of this? I can't even pull this up. And I know I started this book. Why can't I find it?
So we're gonna do this one this week, and then the next week we'll do Obsidian Feathers.
I'm excited about that.
Rayn.
We don't have to do a
You don't have to
feathers.
do
We
City of Feathers. I'm gonna read it
can
regardless.
do something else.
She don't like.
Read it. I just feel like I'm not gonna remember. It's not
It's not
it's
pretty
cool,
good.
but it ain't.
Maybe we need another psychological thriller. I feel like we were on a roll right there for a minute.
But
Can we read one by a black person?
You gotta find it, girl. Yeah, let's get it.
yeah, find us one. That's good.
Yeah.
Oh, this no, it's a historical fiction book. Somebody just was telling me about it. It was good. The Vanishing Sister. Have y'all read that?
Oh, I feel like I read that.
Trina
I
read
feel
it.
like I've read that.
Maybe I
Trina
have.
gave it 5 stars. Now I don't know I don't really know what that's saying.
The Vanishing
was about
Sister
to
or the
say,
Vanishing
But
Half?
it's 3 to 5 stars like everybody else.
But the lady that told me about it said she mentioned it today. She said it was really good. But the way she was describing it, I think it's more historical fiction.
Yeah.
Because she said it was something about a twin. It's a set of twins, and one of the sisters vanished and is out here living their life passing.
Did I read that?
She said it was good though. And then I looked it up on Goodreads, and the first thing that popped up was Trina, and I saw she had given it 5 stars.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
This might be one of those books that make you mad.
You read it?
No, I haven't read this one.
Mm-hmm.
But I see Trina Trina definitely 5-starred that.
But again, I love you, Trina, but well, you know, we don't really got the same taste in books. Trina be giving nice reviews. And
Is this Lakeisha Lakeisha wrote it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the one I started.
It ain't. You started, you didn't finish.
I started reading something else that we was.
Oh, okay then. Well, I'm excited to read this hood book.
Me too.
We haven't read a good hood book in a minute. So
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Did you end up finishing the Jasad Air? It got bad at it because I remember you said at first it was giving
The who?
Did you put that on? Was you finna start reading that?
Yeah.
I started it. I am not in the space right now to read it because it is a fantasy book.
Okay.
And we had just read. I gotta pay attention and focus, and I wasn't in it.
What book is this?
Just the Jasad Air. It's JASAD Air.
But it's like it was given Woman King.
Yeah, I heard it's really good. I got it on my TBR from TikTok, and it's just like if you liked, what's the book?
Were you about to say Hunger
Games? Iron.
Oh,
if you like those kind of books, you would like this book. And I was like, okay, well, I was trying to find something that
it wasn't. I wouldn't necessarily say it's boring, but it is a fantasy book.
Yeah,
and it was given Woman King, but I couldn't. I just wasn't in a space to.
I had to pause on it too because I was like, I think I might like this, and I'm not able to pay attention to it. I returned The Secret Life, Little People, whatever that book was fucking called. That shit was so boring.
The what?
The whatever, A Little Lie, or
the one with the ugly cry.
The crying book.
Oh yeah, you know that's my first DNF, y'all.
Why
Why
did this just pop up talking about you need to return this book soon? We literally are just talking about it.
What
Libby,
book?
get out of my
head. Jasad Air, whatever.
It's not even.
So I have 3 days left.
But it's not even borrowed.
I have it on my other Libby card. It only shows me the card, like the one that you have, the one that you let me use for yours. I see yours on there.
Oh, okay. But yeah, the cry book, that's my first DNF. I
just don't know if I was not in the mental right space to read it too, because I was like,
but it sounds like a book that you have to be not going through anything in life because he going through so much.
I ain't even gonna say that. Cause we read. I'm not gonna say we. I'm putting me in. I don't know what y'all be reading, but I read a lot of books and people be traumatic.
Oh yeah, they be traumatic. Yeah,
and that bitch went through all that shit.
It's the thumbs up. It's the thumbs up. Let me see how long you have to keep it up.
I read all them product plans, them butterflies.
But she was just doing this.
Butterfly, the ethics,
butterflies,
all of that. What you do?
Mine is not doing it.
Amazing.
What is that?
I'm
Oh
so
my gosh,
done.
mine is doing nothing. Nothing.
Mine
I
is
gotta
done.
look. Are y'all logged on to Facebook?
Oh,
Are you logged into Facebook?
I'm on my M2. That's probably why.
Oh, it's like an
Do
iPhone.
you have an iPhone?
I'm using a computer.
I'm on my laptop.
Oh yeah.
That's
See, I have
It's
I'm
an
on the Apple.
It's an Apple thing.
It's the Apple thing.
Yeah, because I think if you do
Yeah.
thumbs down and thumbs up, it does something else too.
Yeah, I did.
I'm gonna do it on my iPad next week.
Yeah.
Not the rains.
Yeah.
Not the Rayn.
Yeah.
Okay,
it's
so
a-
I
it's an Apple
love this, and I think that will help us when we do our ratings at the end. Like, instead of giving a number, we can just
sad.
We gotta get it to work.
I forgot what else the girl was doing.
She did. It was like 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah, I don't know. But
you?
I don't care about the trauma part.
They done got a thumbs down right
It
now.
just didn't make sense. It was like you just sad for no reason.
I just kept falling asleep every time I put it on.
It
I
was
was like,
boring.
yeah.
It was dragging. I
They needed
honestly did
something
not
to
realize
catch
this
me
was
right
about
away.
a black man. I thought it was about some white man. Well, I guess it's about multiple people. They're all different.
Mm.
Whatever. But the sad one, he black. Come on now, sir. Get it together. And I couldn't do it.
Tighten up.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah,
I couldn't do it. And the main reason I couldn't do it because it was 500 pages.
Yeah.
Not sad for that long. We can't be sad that long.
Baby, at some point we need some happiness.
I didn't get
and that
that
man
far
was
into
just
it.
going through.
Yeah, I didn't get
I
that
can
far.
imagine at the end of the book, he probably went on and did it.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably what had the people crying. He probably went on.
And they done built a rapport.
Had his 13th reason.
Oh, and they have a rapport now with their sadness.
I guess.
But they're still used to seeing each other. Even if that's your connection with somebody, the connection is a connection, you know. So
and all his friends knew what was going on. They just didn't like turn a blind eye. I bet it was given 13 reasons. I bet it's given like grown folks 13 reasons.
I can see that. Dang, that show that had me for a minute.
Not for 800 some odd pages.
But even that show 13 reasons, I ain't got the 10. Now after the 10th reason, goddamn. I ain't got 13.
So just go and do it.
Yeah, I ain't finished it.
I didn't finish that series. And what really, I think, bothered me, I started watching it when I really realized what it was about. So the condition that I have, complex regional pain syndrome, they actually call it the disease. Because a lot of people, the pain gets so bad that they just can't take it. And so my pain clinic nurse was the one who said, I want you to watch this series. And I was like, okay. Because I told her, I was like, I think that sometimes I feel isolated. Like a lot of people don't understand that they can't see that I have a physical issue. So they're like, what's wrong? Like, what's the problem? And nothing about me says I'm a sorry individual or like I've busted my butt to, degrees and school and kids and spouse and all that, like worked hard doing all those things at once. So I was just telling her, I was like, it's kind of frustrating, And so when she did tell me that, and when I started watching a couple episodes, I was like, I don't see what she tell me to watch this shit. So I was like,
as a nurse, bitch, what?
I was like, was she trying to give me some assistance in doing
that show got a lot of backlash because it shows you the proper way to do it too. Like it was
right. I'm like, she's trying to give me a little help. This how you do it. Just give me that push. Or was she saying, I think you're strong-minded enough? But we never had a conversation about it again. Like, again, well, I didn't bring it up.
That lady. She might be like one of those angel of death people.
She does not have your best interest in heart.
I didn't go there anymore. But I was
positions.
Yeah, but I couldn't get through. I think, is it 2 seasons of that?
It's like 3 now. They got a lot. It's stopped, but there's like 2.
Came back on,
no, I don't think it comes on anymore. But I think
no, it don't come on no more.
But after
I was surprised they got renewed.
So the second season is better than the first season because the second season deals with
they like go in depth and everything. Yes.
Yeah, like it starts to turn into like crazy stuff. Like the boy who ends up doing all the crazy stuff to make her. The second season's about him, and he ends up being
Is that the one that took the guns to school and stuff?
No, the football player, the one who did all the bad, crazy stuff to all the girls, and he gets kicked out. Yeah, so he's the sexual assaulter. In the second one, someone kills him, and it's them trying to figure out. It was real good though. It was like more of a detective-y kind of on that one, because then it was like, what happened to Bryce? It was great. Because in the beginning they show you what happened.
Oh, I did see that he was in the pool. He was in the jacuzzi when
something.
It was something like maybe I watched all the first season and I had to cut out the second.
Cut it off, because it got rough.
The second one, it wasn't about her so much. It was more about that. It got good though.
But at some point, stuff like that, I can only
Yeah. Because even after a while, like even listening each episode's about a tape. Can we not listen to all the tapes in one episode? I want to know all the tape. I don't want to listen to each.
That's how Black Cake was doing me, like Rectus.
Yeah. Now I did not like that it was so many. Like she could have kept on going. It didn't have to be all those episodes. They could have, because it was giving me Tyler Perry. It was giving me Tyler Perry. Why we got to keep having these pauses when we have?
It could have been one movie.
Yes, we keep having these pauses, and the first 10 minutes of this episode, you
is
just
a recap
about that shit at the end, right?
Yeah.
Or I would have rather, I was telling somebody, I would have because this it goes like backwards, like she passes away and then she's kind of like retelling. Mm-hmm. I would have preferred the show start and then like
progress.
She died at the end. Now she already did.
Yeah.
Because then I can follow it like the rest.
And it was hard to follow with past now. I mean. Yeah, it was clearly distinctive, but you got to keep up with what's going on with like her daughter. She got her own shit going on with this man.
If HBO didn't make it, I don't want to watch it.
I just like, like she dead. Like, why is we doing all this?
Now, I got a question. Have y'all heard anything about Jon Snow getting like his own spinoff?
Yes, he's getting a spinoff.
I cannot wait.
Yeah.
So it's been this debate. Like, did he join the Wildlings or did he go back to?
He went to live in the north, the true north. He goes to the true north.
So I think they left it open for our interpretation because the author didn't finish the series. I don't think the HBO could be like, this the way this we gonna end it, and you can't really give an ending when the author hasn't finished the series.
They tried in the.
Is this gonna be? This is a prequel. This is like.
So there's two things happening. I think there's a prequel coming on that's going to be more about the walkers and stuff, and then there's his own spinoff that's coming too.
Mm-hmm. And if he needs some help practicing his sex scenes, I want him to know that I am available free of charge.
Huh? No, they're all alive. The only ones that die is her and the twins.
He killed Khaleesi.
He killed her. And his only punishment.
But the
Night Watch. He was sent into the Night Watch. He was sent to go back.
He has to go to the north.
The people crumbled in the it was fire.
That was Cersei.
That's
Cersei.
What's the name of the city? Gosh.
I'm talking about the last episode. What you talking about? Cersei had been there.
The last episode. She dies in the second to last episode. Mm-hmm. And then the last episode is basically Bran like tying up all the loose ends. And then his punishment is that he has to go beyond, like he has to go to the north.
No, he was sentenced to the Night Watch.
But he was already in the Night Watch.
No, but this is the thing. In the Night Watch, he wasn't supposed to be able to leave, and he left the Night Watch. He was the one given a pass to do that. So his sentence was to go back to the Night Watch, but the last clip shows him walking past the north wall, and he's going with the girl, the wildlings. So I think that they left it open to our interpretation, and I think HBO did that because it's like, okay, A, he's gonna get a spinoff, but B, I think they couldn't give a true definition on what they wanted to happen because the author didn't finish the series. Like this man didn't finish writing the books.
Like I don't know how they even ended the series.
They had to just come up with something. They had to make it up because
they could have gave us a 2-year wait. Then they just don't throw some shit at us.
Well, I appreciate them not giving us that wait. I appreciate them, but I don't think he still has written it. And I think
it's been a hot 6.
I think he was like,
we got a whole nother series.
I think he was like,
I'm saying
it's been a minute because the Dragon show is on, the one about the House of Dragon.
Dragon.
Yeah.
Man, I could watch
Yeah,
Game
it's
of
been a
Thrones all
minute.
over again. That shit was
Me
so
too,
fucking
and I
good.
think I'm going to.
Oh, I ain't doing that.
Girl,
I could probably do that.
It's too
I
good.
could.
23 seasons, girl.
Yeah.
Watching that shit.
There's like 8.
That's equivalent.
that's
Because them
amazing.
episodes do not be short. And
They
it's so
don't.
funny because the first time somebody tried to get me to watch Game of Thrones, I was like, this is boring. And
Look, I said the same shit. My mom was trying to get me to watch it for a long time.
The first episode.
The first episode, yeah.
And then
I
I
was
finally
hooked.
got through
Yeah.
it.
I was hooked. I had to make my husband watch it like 4 or 5 times.
It was a wrap.
Yeah, the first episode you like,
What they
Yeah.
need to, who they need to, I was mad. I'm telling you, and I'm forever say, I don't understand why they killed off Drago.
Me neither,
Carl
baby.
Drago. Like, I
Because
don't
he should have
understand.
came
He's the
and
best
practiced
character.
all
Like
his.
for real, like come on. He was the
Why did y'all do
spice
that?
we
What?
needed.
He must
They
have left.
needed
He must have got
him.
drunk. Somebody must have canceled him when he know better.
I
He
think
must
they
have had a
had,
new
that's the
series.
only
He
way
must have had a
Khaleesi could
show.
have gotten out. That's
He
the
had
only
to
way.
have had a show because he had Aquaman come in, he had C come in. He must have had a show. And his
Well, y'all ain't
contract-
have to kill his ass. Y'all could have let him do something so he can come back.
Yeah,
Well,
he could have came back.
now that I agree with, but I think that's the only way Khaleesi's character
Could have did what she did. Yeah.
No, why?
Yes.
Because she had to burn. She had to burn with the eggs. Remember to
She
get
had
them
to
hatch.
burn with the eggs. Think about all, and after that, every place she went, if she went with a man, they wouldn't have
She
given
didn't
her
have
the
to go
same
with him.
respect.
She could have ran off. She could have.
It would have been the same. It would
We
have.
could
It
have had
would
a
have had the
spinoff.
same
She
respect.
didn't kill him.
It had to be dead.
Yeah, I was about to say, and then
She did not
after
kill
he
him, so
died,
him
she didn't
dying
give a
was-
fuck. She
Yeah.
was just like, I'm finna be the queen of all
Yes,
this
and
shit.
that's why
Fuck
if he would have
y'all.
ran
He didn't
off,
have to die.
if he would have ran off, they wouldn't have respected her. It was this man died, and you know who he was. I'm about to be better. Bow down, kiss these feet.
No,
She had the dragon. She didn't even need him at that point.
she didn't need him
need
to
it.
begin with.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
She did.
I guess
She
you
did need him
technically
to begin
did
with.
because you
That's how
got
she got the
gifted
dragon.
Yeah.
that's how you got the dragon. So
Mhm.
I guess you needed him.
And she
But
got her
after that, he
confidence.
could have been mad.
I feel like she
and
got her
been like,
confidence. from him.
Confidence. Because
Maybe
she had to live with his people. If he would have just ran off, they would have killed
No,
him.
not him. Run off her.
Yeah. I think they could have
Or
been
he
okay
could
with
have got
not
mad. She
killing
could
him.
have got sick, and he was like, "You're weak," and he
Yeah,
left her. And
I
then
think
she
they
had
could
to
have left
fend
him in a
for herself.
coma. They could have left him in a coma the whole time.
They did not have to kill that
He
man.
said you're weak.
They did not have to kill that man.
I think they
You
could
know
have
who
left
they
him in a
did
coma.
need to kill?
Who?
Joffrey
A lot
motherfucking
of
ass.
people.
I
Oh,
hated
right off
Joffrey.
top.
I can't
Right?
even see
A
him
lot of
in real life. I'd see him like motherfucker.
I
You
can't
talking about the
watch
son, the little boy?
Yeah,
Cersei's son.
versus
How he
son.
did.
That-
First of all, how he did.
he
Sansa.
was one of the most
His
hated.
death was just the grandma for that grandmama to have done, and she's like, "You think I'm gonna let my granddaughter marry you? Oh hell no!"
You got pieces in motion, baby. Oh
Ooh, that
man,
was hard.
but
Carl
his-
Drago was the best character
yeah,
Game of Thrones had ever seen in their life.
yeah. I like
That
Carl.
episode when they had disrespect his wife, he
Yeah.
told that man to watch his
Oh,
motherfucking mouth.
Oh,
And then he gonna pull out his knife and he cut that man in his
himself?
shoulder and he
And he
gonna
killed himself essentially.
like that. And you see, he was like,
Yeah.
fuck this out. I'll push it in
Kill
that
himself.
right.
They gonna slice your own
throat.
arm and then
He
get an
ripped that
infection.
man's throat out.
He was just everything beautiful.
I like how they
Like,
did
man,
her
like-
brother. He gave him a golden crown. All
That
right.
man was so hard.
Yeah.
Yes.
That man
Yes.
was so hard.
Somebody tried to.
he
Somebody
said-
tried to tell me he's acting well. I'll beat you up. You better
in
stop.
that show.
In anything. Let me tell you something. He gets so many points in Game of Thrones. I can look up some of the other stupid stuff.
Now,
I don't know.
He
That
has
little-
that's stupid
That
stuff.
little,
But
When that-
the
It's
little
called
trailer
an
scene from
acting career.
Aquaman
Oh,
was
Aquaman,
questionable.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Look, when he was talking to that little baby, I was like,
no, he was the man. His nuts hung low in Game of Thrones. Like
he was
everything.
and he told that man he was gonna get him his crown of gold.
Mm-hmm. Said, I said, oh
Man.
man.
He poured that gold on him, man. He poured that
Man.
hot gold on him.
He put that hot.
He told him if he put his hand on his wife again.
Mm-hmm.
That man was a man of his word.
That
He did. He was for sure.
that's her husband. That's how a husband act right there. Not act. That's how a husband act.
Baby, they ain't even speak the same language. I don't even understand
Nope.
what you're talking about.
Didn't even
Nope.
understand.
But that's my wife. Quit playing with her.
Yep. I ain't
She don't
bought
even
her.
want me.
She is mine.
She didn't even want me. She didn't even
You
want
don't
me.
even like me like that.
He made her fall in love
Oh,
because she loved that man.
She
oh,
didn't
yeah.
love that man. She knew what she was doing. She was getting her power.
Hmm.
She didn't like his ass.
I like that she had dragons.
I loved it.
She had some motherfucking dragons. She was bad too though. But
I like Khaleesi a lot.
They didn't have to kill Carl. That's all I'm saying.
They had to do something because I like Jon Snow better than her ass. So
They didn't have to kill him.
and when we find out like they are really the two true heirs, and I think that's, let me tell you another one thing they could have done away with. Why all the incest?
Because that was true to that time period. I'm sorry.
Right. They wanted to make sure they had pure bloodlines.
Yeah.
Cersei took it
Them
too far.
twins sneaking off ain't had nothing to do with no pure brotherline.
Right.
Hold on.
No.
How y'all do Brandon like that? Because he caught y'all smashing. Like,
I ain't gonna push that baby out.
He said, that was wild.
That
was horrible.
Y'all had all these kids.
Were they twins?
They were twins.
They were twin brother and sister had sleeping together.
And had a baby.
And had multiple
several. Had several children.
Had several. Yeah, because they was all jacked up.
But
they didn't
live. Every last one of their kids was dead, got killed.
Yeah, gets killed.
Mm-hmm. Now,
Joffrey, it was a curse.
He was crazy because his mom and dad was twins. Because he was psycho.
They all had issues. The only one that seemed kind of normal was the girl, and she wasn't relevant.
At all.
Hey, Queenie.
No irrelevancy.
Man, that show was so good. Like I'm telling you, they can make a show, they can kill an ending. Let me tell you, because
I think because they had no direction, because the book series didn't end.
And they were a lot of shows though. A lot of their shows be so good, and they end them dumb as hell.
But let me tell you what HBO did. HBO, what they should have done, because the way they monopolized, they were like DirecTV, Dish Network, because I subscribed to Dish Network and paid for HBO. So, whenever Dish Network was like, you need to call them because they're not, your service is no longer available. Whose service no longer available? The Game of Thrones is coming on in 5 days. Y'all better figure it out. And they didn't. So my sister was like, well, I got Dish Network. Girl, I'm watching on my laptop. And then got my laptop hooked to my computer. To my TV.
Anyway, to make it work.
Anything to make it work, because I'm like, Dish Network's gonna get it figured out. So after 3 weeks, I canceled Dish Network, okay? And so HBO, because they're like, HBO's like, well, you can buy our app. Now, this is what I'm gonna say about HBO. Yeah, y'all got some good stuff. Y'all ain't had shit else good like Game of Thrones while y'all was pulling this Trump card like this, okay? Like,
you should have kept it going.
Nothing else was that good. And I can even say, I'm confidently saying, nothing has been as good since.
No.
You got some good stuff, but nothing has
What else come on HBO? I don't even know.
Exactly.
Lovecraft Country came on HBO, and I thought that shit was fire.
Girl, I got to go watch these.
I thought that was so freaking good. Lovecraft Country.
I only watched a couple episodes because I didn't realize it was sci-fi, and it was something about
she bring that up
every time because it was good, huh? Shannon?
It was good though.
It was good.
It was good.
What's it called? Even House of Dragons wasn't as good as Game of Thrones to me.
It's not. It's boring. It's boring for the first 2 episodes. First 2-3 episodes. Then everybody got the same damn name as the
people. It's good until the little girl grows up. And they replace her. They rushed House of Dragon because we all fall in love with what's her name, the future, whatever her name is. I can't remember because she killed her role. She killed it. But then after 4 F5 episodes, they take her out and it's 20 years later and she didn't have all these kids. We missed like 25 years of their life. They rushed. They didn't even have to rush it.
Nope, because we would have watched.
In fact, what they could have done is stop Game of Thrones at season 7, started fucking House of Dragons, put that bitch on for 2 seasons, and then came back with Game of Thrones. Because Game of Thrones, they rushed the ending.
Don't be trying to hold up the progress.
But they would have given Game of Thrones a chance for the author to either
come to rewrite season
catch up. Yeah,
they just needed to figure out like. Sir, you are on the deadline.
Do that show with the lady with the red on. What is it? Housemate? What is it called?
I can't watch that. I know what you're talking about. The Handmaid's Tale. The Handmaid's Tale. I can't watch that. Sitting a woman down, another woman holding
so
another woman down while she essay.
It's so good.
Do they come on HBO?
No, that's Hulu.
No, that's on Hulu.
That's on Hulu.
HBO ain't had you can't think of nothing, can you? HBO shouldn't have pulled that card. They should have kept on. Like I was just like, okay, they pulling this, and like they saw that as a way to get away from all the networks and make everybody just buy their app. But it's like, what we watching on your app now?
Yeah, I honestly don't even know what.
I watch a lot of documentaries on their app. That's about it. I like HBO because they don't filter as much. I feel like sometimes you get Hulu and stuff, and it's a lot more like
watered down. Like
you go to HBO,
it's raw and uncut.
See some shit on there.
Yeah, I get that.
But yeah, even Showtime. Like I just watched Your Honor, and that was on Showtime.
Oh,
I'm
glad I don't pay for that. Wait a minute, is it Showtime? What is
Your Honor is good.
Your Honor is good. It's fucking
no, it might be. I haven't watched. I'm just saying.
Especially the first season. The second season.
I didn't watch the second season. I said
first season.
What's the one that comes with the AT&T? Cinemax and.
They still make that? I didn't even know that was still here.
It's like Max.
Stars.
It's Max.
No, it's not Stars. It's called Max, but it combines two things. Max. It combines Cinemax and something else. And
is it HBO Max?
Oh, that's what it is. It's HBO and Cinemax. It's just Max. Yeah, I don't have. Glad I don't pay for
Your Honor is great. I have Movie Box, so I watch all my stuff on there. So I don't use networks all that much, except for HBO. But Your Honor is good. You be getting pissed the fuck off.
What's that? What is that on? Cinemax?
Showtime. I watched it on Movie Box.
No, I don't have. Do I have Showtime? I have Stars.
Yeah, that's I don't know where. I just watch it.
I don't know. It says Showtime.
But I think they do this on purpose. Like they have to get one series to kind of get you hooked, and you sit patiently waiting for their next big thing that's gonna get you. And I'm waiting for HBO. So that I need John.
Euphoria is good.
Euphoria is real good. I just couldn't get into
What is that on?
I was like, oh, my kids ain't got this age yet. And they
okay.
Oof.
I had to Google it.
She's like, I'm gonna find something that HBO got.
HBO has because they also have isn't Ted Lasso come on HBO?
What's that?
I don't know about that.
I heard Ted Lasso is fucking hilarious.
No.
Is that Will Ferrell?
No, I don't like Will Ferrell.
Why? I love Will Ferrell.
It's what's his name?
Yeah, me too.
I know. I don't know why I can't get into him.
I need a psychological thriller.
You're looking for one?
I've been looking for one this whole time.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, you might have to hit the Tiki-Taki app.
On there sometimes.
All the time.
I can't even help
99.99, like a paternity test.
Yeah. Everything I've been doing all the holiday books, so everything I'm reading is very, very holiday.
Oh hell no!
Oh, wait a minute. What was it that just passed? Was it, or maybe they're doing it today too? It's something about Black books, because I saw Christina had
the Black Book Affair. Yeah, we put the link in and Rayn put the link in the chat, didn't she?
Yes, for the list. I was just saying that, telling the people, because I don't know, when are the books still? How long is it lasting?
The 21st, I think. Well, depending on the book.
Yeah.
Some of the books
some of the books have
like the first day. Some of them were runs,
The All Black Affair.
I had to go back
to go look, because I don't want to look through the whole list. That's gonna take forever.
Yeah, I ain't gonna talk about the people, but I had to fix it so that so the list worked for me. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so
I'm gonna have to.
I did download a lot of books though. It was a lot of
guys. If you need
to
look for some free books, that's going on. There is a list available. I don't know if we can make the link. If we can put it on something.
Shannon,
just Google it, y'all.
It's on her TikTok. Shannon posted it on her TikTok.
Yeah.
If I make a TikTok, then I post.
I gotta get back on those.
Girl, I do not be having the motivation.
Let it go.
But
let it go.
I go on vacation. Friday is my last day at work. I'm
nice.
Yes, Friday is
might make a couple TikToks.
There you go.
Oh yeah, y'all gonna be prepared right now to be sick of me.
That'll be good to go into the new year. Talk about all the books I want to read. Maybe I'll actually do it in the
recap. Yeah, I'm gonna do an end of the year wrap.
I'm only gonna talk about my 5-star books.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because that's a bad bitch. That's what my little song gonna be on.
Dang, do my kids really got to go to school tomorrow? Oh yeah, they got their little
Oh
parties and
nope.
stuff
Today was
tomorrow.
my
Shoot,
last
my
day.
son missed his last day of school.
And they told me
Why?
they
Is
didn't
it-
want to
He had
go.
a fever for he had like a low grade fever. They said he can't come back until it's gone. I said, okay, well, we just not gonna be back tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right.
Our kids didn't even have a party.
Well, they had a huge party.
Well,
My
my
teacher's
kids
really cool
do.
though, so she had knew he wasn't gonna be coming back. I think so. She had
Get
packed up
stuff
all
packed
his
up.
stuff and
Oh,
had sent him home with cookies and he got a. I don't know. Emma's mom sent him home with a mug and a snowman mug, right? It's it's big too. It's like a big. I was like, "Is this for me?" He's like, "No, Emma's mom got this for me." It says the name. I was like, "Who buys a child that's 6
A
a big
glass?
ass ceramic glass mug?"
Right.
So they can break it and cut
But his
themselves in
hot
the back.
chocolate.
It might have been.
so
They did
warm.
have a hot chocolate bar, but I thought it was gonna be like plastic cups. But it's heavy. He's like, "I love my mug," and I was like, "Are you sure it's not my mug?"
Let me tell y'all, and I
Uh-oh.
really shouldn't probably say this because I might feel bad about it, but I don't really give a fuck sometimes. So let me tell y'all about our white elephant today.
Was it at work?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's why I get, what I'm saying? That's why I had to put a little clothes on because I had to go. And we had our Christmas party. And so we did white elephant. And it's so funny because I keep seeing these TikToks and they be like, this is my last time doing white elephant.
You should have videotaped it.
This might have been my straw right here. Okay, so look, we did white elephant. They told us to bring a gift worth $25. Okay, boom. So I got the gift, but we brought everything. And so, I don't know if you have to know how to play white elephant, but you pull a number or whatever. So they made up the rule that after a gift has been stolen one time, you can't steal it again, right? So we pull our numbers. It was 6 of us. And we pull our numbers. Guess what number I got?
1. 6.
Oh, that was a good number to
6
have.
is the best number.
Yeah.
Because I get to see
everybody's gift.
Everybody's, and then it's always one
if they've switched. Now, it could be some gifts that are already gone out the rotation, but
for the most part.
But I got number 6.
Right.
Okay, so first pick, a guy gets a, how say you had a teacup and it had in the little saucer.
Mm-hmm.
So he don't get the teacup, he get the saucer, and it had a little sugar spoon on it and a set of napkins, and the saucer had the Nutcracker drummer thing on it.
Okay.
So that's gift number 1.
There's no teacup.
Nobody wants that gift.
I don't want it. Gift number 2 was
somebody tried to re-gift something, they didn't have all the parts.
He was proud. The man that got it, he was proud of that gift. Then he opened it up.
Good for him.
My wife helped me.
Yeah, we call it dirty Santa.
I like that for you, friend.
Gift number 2 was a little survivor kit. Like you open it up and it had like a little flashlight. It had a Swiss Army knife. It had some.
Who in the hell?
I don't want that. I don't want that. Gift number 3 is a $25 Visa gift card.
Mm.
Number 4.
That's the best gift I know.
Guess what number 4 do? Steal the gift.
Steal the gift. So
that is out of play.
Dang.
Gift number. So then.
What was number 4's gift though?
Huh?
What was number 4's gift though? Because they had to open something and then decide.
No, they stole.
They could steal.
Okay, so then
she had to go back and pick it.
Had to go back and pick a gift. So the gift that they picked was a electric wine opener.
Oh, that's cool. Those are expensive.
Gift number 5 was an Echo.
Okay.
I want the Echo.
I'm in that. I'm cool with that.
Natch, bitch.
So here go number 6. I'm 6.
Okay.
So I got the gift that's there, or I can pick the Echo, the wine opener, the survival kit, or that goddamn saucer.
You didn't pick the saucer.
I would have picked the Echo, but I bought it.
You have
right.
it.
I figured you was gonna say you bought it.
I bought it.
So and I'd have took my shit back.
Weird to pick.
Get your own gift.
Bought the gift.
Right.
So why would I steal the gift I bought?
Right.
So I picked the one that was left on the table.
Oh, what was it? What?
Guess what it was, y'all?
The saucer.
The cup.
Oh,
The cup.
was it a box of candy? A bag of candy? Oh,
It was a homemade loaf.
wait.
It was a
banana nut bread.
bitch. Was you there? But it wasn't banana nut bread. It was cranberry nut bread.
Oh gosh. I'm not eating your food. I don't know you.
Hold on. So they spent $25 on the ingredients, and they was
And they already had.
Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Box mix. That was a box mix.
Ain't no way.
First of all, there was no box.
Ain't no way.
Did you eat it?
What box got cranberries and nuts?
I don't know.
Nobody.
That
was in their pantry. They was in their
pantry.
Now he
said that his wife, this is special recipe. His wife. I hope he don't watch this. I hope he don't ever see this. Because he followed me on Instagram, so I hope he don't ever see this. And I got a coworker that follow me on Facebook. So.
You getting a note. You getting an email.
You'll be getting a dirty eye when she do come back in the office.
It was a thought that
You
counted.
getting the email.
But he
we trying to make it count.
He said that this cranberry nut bread is the reason why his wife made this is special recipe, girl. He
gave you his best. He gave his best. So it wasn't just a thought. He gave his best.
No, but it wasn't no damn $25.
Those nuts are high these days.
Get the fuck out of here. They ain't that much. Get out of here. The lies.
You know what? I only bake
with
I only bake with cake flour. That costs more than all-purpose flour.
Did you taste it?
That wasn't for me.
I bet you wish you'd have picked that.
No color. I would have picked that echo like a bitch.
The
No way.
one that got the echo was our manager, so I ain't fucked up about it. But I was like,
that's why I stopped doing it.
Who makes a homemade gift for a Secret Santa?
I wouldn't even been mad about the homemade. Like if you had made like a.
You could have gave me a cake. You could have gave me a cake.
I don't want to bake. I don't want to bake
baked goods because I don't know if you got a cat sitting on your
I don't know what your house look like. Yeah, you got the cat.
That ain't what I want. But I would have rather you like. I just seen a TikTok where the people went in the dollar store and they got like the two little wine glasses and
decorative things. Yes,
I wouldn't even been fucked up about it. Yeah. It was a homemade loaf of cranberry nut bread.
Oh my gosh, that's so.
But you know what gift he got? Let me tell you about my God. Guess what?
Survival
kit. He got the saucer.
He got the saucer.
I was happy about it too.
He was the first one that picked. He picked that saucer.
So note to self.
And of course, nobody stealing it because what?
Right. What? Right.
So he gave a bullshit. He got. I ain't mad about it too much. He a cool. He a cool dude. And I'm sure he just
the specialty banana.
The
cranberry bread.
The way you make it sound like his etiquette, he didn't know better. He really is proud of this bread and this.
Yeah, I don't think he thought about it like that. I honestly don't. I don't think he spent $25, but I don't. And look, I brought it home because I was like, if the kids were here, they probably would have ate it.
Right.
But I brought it home and I was
what did your wife say?
My wife was gonna be like, she was gonna taste it. So I opened it up.
Did you see cat hair?
Did it stink?
I opened it up and she was like, he didn't even give you the whole pan. She was like, he didn't give you the whole pan. I said, yes, he did, because see, it was in like some foil. I was like, yeah, see, because see, she was like, it would have more corner pieces.
You didn't say he put it in, because they make these pretty little bunt containers for people who do homemade stuff.
He had wrapped it in some foil and wrapped the foil with wrapping.
I can't find my mouse.
He made a loaf and cut it and cut a slice off for himself and then gave you the rest.
She was like, no, because it would have the end
piece. They have the end pieces. They break up little.
She's like, this don't even matter.
I mean, he didn't touch your shit before you even got a chance to get it.
He had to taste to make sure it was right. He wanted you to be impressed.
He probably made half.
But this is something that you know how
Maybe
to
he
make.
made a
This is your
long
recipe.
Maybe it was a long loaf.
I think he made a big batch and he just like took half of it and
He made a $25 loaf and gave you 10.
What you're doing is that it was reeking of real lazy. Real lazy.
I believe he
Not
put some
It
effort
said,
into
shit, I
it.
forgot.
Because it did
effort to
look
make
like
this
it was
stuff.
like
homemade, like
from
it takes
scratch.
effort.
Yeah, it didn't look like it was. Well, first of all, it couldn't have been boxed. Because where are you getting cranberry
You're
nut
not getting
bread box mix? Like,
Y'all know I'm finna look that up, right? Because somebody, I don't care if it's Whole Foods. I bet you. Let me see.
Ain't nobody got no cranberry nut mix.
Nut. Oh,
hey, at least it wasn't a fruit like a fruit cake. You know, they love that kind of stuff.
I like sometimes.
You like fruit cake?
Who eat fruit cake?
My mom makes it homemade. Homemade fruit cake is better than fruit
I don't even
cake.
know what fruit cake is. What is the jelly stuff?
So it's all candied. It's candied fruit.
Candied fruit.
Ew.
So
like the
hard
pineapples,
like the
cherry,
but it's not fruit. It's candy.
It's candied. It's so much sugar. That's the only thing about it. Now I'm gonna tell you though, when they make it from scratch,
I don't eat.
My mama, she gets a cheesecloth.
You're not.
And it has liquor in it. The cheesecloth is soaked in liquor. And so you wrap around the whole cake.
You can't convince us to eat.
It's the candy that's gonna
like you can't convince us to.
But when you make your own, you can pick the candied fruit that you like. Like you ain't got to put that like everybody. Like to me, fruit cake in the store, it ain't. You don't get none of the cake because the whole thing is consumed. Whenever you look at it, all you see is nuts and this. Like it's too much. When it's by somebody making it, you don't have all that mess in there. Like you just sprinkle, like the woman say, sprinkle.
I'm making an apple. What's it called?
The tart.
Apple brown.
Oh, apple butter, brown Betty.
A brown butter apple bundt cake. I think that's what it's called.
That sounds good.
I'm making that for Christmas.
I'm making a crown apple peach cake. Pound apple.
The bundt cake where the peach be at the bottom. I seen it. They look good.
I'm not making
have you made it before?
I found cranberry orange mix. Hold on.
Have you made it before?
I was gonna make it.
I've seen it. It look good. I've never made this apple.
It look good.
Whatever this is either. I've seen on.
I'm not a big baker. I can't. I'm not a big baker.
I love the bake.
So all you have to do is add some nuts. Y'all, I found cranberry. I found Pillsbury quick bread and muffin mix. Cranberry with real cranberries and orange peel. All he had to do was add his little nuts to it. I'm finna take
it had real cranberries in it.
This do too.
He probably made it from scratch.
Yeah.
No, real cake mixes don't have real
no, but this bread, I'm finna show y'all this picture.
No. The one that the box was, the cranberry orange one, it got a little
I'm
can
saying these were
of
fresh cranberries. It's no way that they would be able to put these cranberries in a box and they'd be shelf stable. These were real cranberries. You could tell that he put
this mix is $12.87 if he did buy it.
Get out of here.
He ain't bought it.
The lies you tell.
These are real
buying a box for $12.80.
They were big cranberries. He made it. I don't doubt that he probably from scratch because it was a dense.
But cranberries are high. Cranberries.
It was a very dense.
I'm telling you, he made a $25 loaf.
You can buy $25. No, I think because when I bake, I use cake flour. I don't even use real flour. So like that stuff can't add up.
Right.
He had all the stuff 45 minutes. He already had it at home. He did not go to the store and buy the stuff.
Some of that stuff he probably did.
He had it at home. He might have bought the cranberry.
He wouldn't have had to buy all the stuff.
Yeah.
Even if he did buy it, he didn't give me freezing it for Christmas.
He didn't give me $25. He didn't give me if you bought the ingredients for that cake and spent the $25, you didn't give me because it was only like
he said a homemade loaf.
Like an 8 by it was like it wasn't even like a traditional it wasn't even a casserole pan thing.
That's hilarious.
No. It was little. But I just had to share that story with y'all. So more to the story. Keep the echo, baby.
You should have put it on TikTok. Oh my gosh.
No, I wouldn't. The only reason I'm doing it because
Nah,
I
because he
don't
would have
think
been
we be
right
getting
there
no
looking
reviews
at.
like
Oh,
that.
so that's how you
But
feel
he
about my
followed me
banana
on
bread?
Instagram. Like we follow each other on Instagram.
I'm glad he didn't tell you,
And
ask you to taste it right then.
I wouldn't have done that.
Don't set yourself up.
Just slice off.
No, I'm gonna take this home and share with my wife.
This is your. I know you're gonna love it. You've never had any bread until you've had my cranberry nut bread.
I pulled
I
my
wouldn't have
back
done
with
that.
this recipe.
I wouldn't hurt your
The
feelings.
way that you said it like that just threw me all the way off.
I would not have.
A loaf.
Girl, when you said loaf, I knew it was gonna be banana nut bread or either some pumpkin bread.
Listen, I said banana nut bread. She was like, "What you did?"
That was so freaking funny. Oh my gosh.
Ain't no way.
Why would you even think to bring that? Why would you?
He thought that was his best.
Because he was proud of that shit. He was proud
but
of
you
it.
don't know. What if I had a nut allergy?
Yeah. Yep.
He probably asked. You know what? When y'all chose,
ain't nobody asked me that.
No, he probably asked around. Do you know it? Do you know?
Right. So if
you didn't know if he was
nobody at work would know that.
That's right.
So why would you bring
it? He didn't know she was going.
His wife made a loaf and he forgot to get a gift and he said slice. And brought it.
I'd have rather you went to the teller and brought cash.
Yeah. He could have drove to the Starbucks.
He could have got you 25 lottery tickets.
We do that all the time. Mm-hmm. My family loves doing that one.
We were in the mall. We met we were in the mall.
Any kind of gift card at this
gift
point.
Card.
Any. Even if you don't drink coffee, you can get tea at Starbucks.
You could have got your own damn loaf of bread and
Starbucks. Somebody gave us a Starbucks gift card. I was like, what? I don't know why people do that. Why people? I always assume folks drink Starbucks like that.
Because
when people give me, I drink Starbucks, but like I'll give it to my kids. They like the cake pops. They like some of the little breads they have or breakfast. Or I'll let them get what is it like the strawberry milk or something. Like you can get stuff.
I mean, yeah, but if I don't.
But as an adult, if I didn't drink coffee, I wouldn't want that.
It was nice. It was a thought that count.
It was.
But again, I would have took that. I don't drink Starbucks, but my boss, he gave everybody Starbucks gift cards. And that's cool. Somebody, they got something.
They sure do. I mean,
or I can re-gift.
Absolutely. And that's something that somebody will take. They'll be happy, especially if you know a coffee.
Oh, I know a girl that drinks. She drinks every day. She drinks Starbucks every damn day.
Jeez. I would not give them my money like that.
She must be rich.
That's a lot of money. And they win
a lot of money. You spinning.
You know who drinks Starbucks? Like, you know who it is that drinks Starbucks?
Who?
Your wife.
Hell no.
Oh.
The banana nut loaf.
Who? Oh, yeah. Every day.
Mm-hmm. You got to, or not pay your bills one. Like, you like coffee and not driving your car. I don't know. Like, I don't know.
But you're going to pay me my money.
All right. Oh, I just realized who you said. I had to think back.
Anyway.
Come on, girl, get it.
I thought she said people that have a lot of money.
Yo, you got a lot of it.
So I just realized I had to go back to the text.
Like you just said, you drink Starbucks every day. You got a lot of money.
You sure do, because it is expensive. You have no bills.
Whitney said her students come in every morning with Starbucks. Yeah, like I don't know what parent. I worked with somebody whose daughter went to school somewhere else, and they used to keep a card on for her to get her Starbucks every morning. And I get like she was going to high school at this. There's like an engineering and mathematics high school here for your junior and senior year. So I get you're proud of her, So that's the way
you drink coffee in high school
and go buy a coffee maker and get the Starbucks. Like you can.
That's better.
What?
Espresso tastes better than Starbucks.
Starbucks is so bitter. They're.
Well, I'm just saying that because they sell the coffee and they have all the recipes online.
They do.
You can make that shit down.
What's it called? But I didn't even drink coffee in high school.
I did not drink coffee
in high school.
But I feel like
they be drinking it because it's something to drink.
But I think they need the stimulants because you don't drink Starbucks coffee and not just because it's something.
Now at that right, but I'm saying you can drink regular coffee, right? You don't need Starbucks. So once they started drinking the Starbucks, I'm sure now
Well,
created
Starbucks is more than coffee too. Starbucks is espresso.
Espresso, and it's wired, like you're wired, and it's so bitter. You have to have all that stuff, that syrup and stuff, because if
but
not,
they sell coffee, regular coffee too, right?
Yeah, they sell iced coffee. Most of their stuff is made with espresso.
Still strong. All of their stuff is so strong, though.
I get chai tea when I go, and I get shots of espresso in my tea.
This time of year they have the gingerbread syrup this time of year, and it's really good in the chai tea.
Look, you get the gingerbread chai with 2 shots of espresso. It's called a dirty chai. I'd be ready all day. Good.
I bet you do. Did y'all hear about them people that's drinking that charged lemonade at the Panera and dying?
Dying, yes.
They drink what?
They're
charged. And you know what's crazy is I used to drink it. That shit good, but I was like,
They said got like 300 and something grams of.
But you're not supposed to. They wasn't supposed to be drinking that stuff anyway.
They drinking it every day.
A 5-hour energy is $250.
Yeah.
So you drinking lemonade and it's 300 and something.
I want that
grams of caffeine.
Yeah.
When the 5-hour energy
now you gotta sign a waiver or something like that.
They have posts and stuff.
So I think
they pulled it from mine over here. They pulled it.
We don't even have a Panera anymore. I'm just
Lord, you don't have a Panera.
Wow.
No, it was on we have a private college, Hendrix, and it was on their campus. And whenever COVID came, because the kids weren't at school, nobody was, and it was in a building where they didn't have a drive-through.
I got like 3 Paneras.
So I have to go to another town to get Panera because somebody.
I bet the lemonade nasty. What does that taste like with 300 and something grams of caffeine?
Some BS.
Oh, you can't taste it. I drink the what is it? The Yazoo or whatever mango.
You don't taste it?
It's good.
Okay.
But it was good though.
But them people they having heart conditions and you drinking charged.
You're not supposed to be drinking it. Yeah, people who
you ain't supposed to be drinking.
You're not supposed to be drinking that much caffeine.
Period. You're not even supposed to have a cup of coffee, sir.
And I bet you got a large ass.
But even with a healthy heart, I'm sure, especially I think they said that man had like 3 cups that one day or something.
You can't do that. Period.
See, you're doing too much.
Like that kid who
was like, you
drinking all the Monster Energy drinks. You're like, you can't drink.
I don't think he realized that it had that much caffeine in it though.
Yeah, he probably didn't.
Because I didn't realize
it's called it's called a supercharged.
But they should have. It's not a disclaimer.
But what does that mean?
I mean, they have signs on it.
It says 390. It's at 3 whatever.
I'm pretty sure it's posted on the thing because even I think Panera, when they went through like on the news, they were like, "We did nothing wrong." There's a big ass sign on the screen that says, "This has this, and order at your own risk." And people just don't be reading; they just be moving too quick.
They don't.
They probably because I've been in Panera a couple times and I've seen the lemonade. I've never had it. My wife drank it.
I like their green tea. It's so good.
But
I think that's what I had. I don't remember drinking the lemonade because
I don't even think it was around when I don't go to Panera because it's expensive. And
I used to go to Panera. They used to have this white barbecue. I mean, not white barbecue. White barbecue, like pizza, chicken pizza or something. That shit's so good. Or it wasn't a pizza. It was a white barbecue shrimp po' boy.
Salad. Oh, they had a salad. There was some kind of shrimp that was on it, but it was only a limited time. And when I worked at,
they took it off the menu. And so my parent and I, we would get like every other Friday, we would go to Panera, and because that's my school that I taught at was right there by the college campus. So I'd be like, oh, just dive on in there and get it. But after COVID, like I said, they couldn't sustain because they didn't have a drive-through.
You ain't definitely not surviving with no drive-through.
About to irritate the fuck out of me.
You still can't find a book.
What book?
No, what you call these people moving in at the ass crack of night? Like, bro.
Oh, dang it!
10:30. Yes.
They done ran off some plugs. Who moving in at 11:30?
They done had some of that lemonade from Panera and
gets it done.
Girl.
All right, y'all. We done about gave us 2 hours.
Woo.
There's the lit and light for y'all.
Okay, y'all got a little bit of both tonight.
Hope y'all have a great week. Tune
Recap the book
next week as we read I Left a Lame Ninja for a Millionaire Boss.
There you go.
Prepare yourself.
I'm excited to see what type of journey she goes on to make that choice.
She's gonna be all up in the chat.
I'm so excited.
With her
She said that good. She said we had some stuff to say. So I'm gonna have to put Cinderella on pause.
Yeah.
Oh no, finish that. It ain't that long.
I started it. It's giving YA right now, so I have to wait.
It said I ain't gonna talk about it later. Okay, cool.
We'll talk about it next. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, because are we meeting next week?
So
we're gonna skip a week.
What's next week?
I ain't got shit to do on next Wednesday.
I mean, I don't either, but I didn't know people would be traveling.
It's the 27th.
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm not going nowhere.
I will be here.
Shannon said no. You don't want to meet?
Oh, I don't care. I was trying to do that for y'all.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing to do.
I'm out work.
All right, so if y'all are off work,
we can meet earlier.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe 8.
Y'all free. I was struggling. I be struggling.
We'll move it back to 8:00.
5:30. No.
Yeah. Meet us in the chat.
Okay. All right, y'all.
All right. Have a night.
Y'all have a good week. Have a Merry Christmas.
Good night, y'all.
Happy New
Merry
Year.
Christmas.
You got it.
She got it right. All right.
I was trying to.
She got it. Merry Christmas. And we'll see y'all
Merry
next
Christmas.
Tuesday.
Merry Christmas.